What's up, guys? It's your boy Endymion here with something I always wanted to do, and that's video game reviews. So for my very first game review, I'm going to be looking at a game that came out earlier this February from a series of games I enjoy. This game is Ys 9 Monstrum Nox. Ys is a series from the developer Neon Falcom, one of the oldest Japanese role-playing developers in history. So you're probably looking at the name of the game and seeing the 9 and thinking if you need to play the previous games. In all honesty, you don't have to worry about that. Ys games all follow a single hero besides Ys Origins, which is its own thing. Anyway, the Ys series follows Adol Kristen, a young adventurer who, alongside his best friend Dogi, travels the world and encounters incredible myths and mysteries across the vastness of the known world. Each game is self-contained, having its own playable characters, levels to explore, and various gameplay mechanics. In Ys 9, the gist of the story, and don't worry, no heavy spoilers or late game stuff will be shown or said here, is that Adol and Dogi end up traveling to the city of Balduke, a massive Gothic-like metropolis that is known across the world as the Prison City. See, Balduke has a massive prison that encompasses almost the entirety of it and holds many mysteries. To make the summary shorter, Adol is cursed by something and becomes a monstrum, a sort of heavy metal demon slayer who must participate in an eternal battle called the Grimwald Nox, amongst other monstrums who share the same fate. I will say that this summary does not do the story justice, and I say that purposely to keep it vague. Trust me when I say there's definitely a lot more going on here than meets the eye, and the less I say about the story, the better for you. Gameplay is easily summarized as a classic action role-playing game. You can jump, slash, and dodge as you run around Balduke and its territories. As you gain new party members, you are bestowed with powers called gifts. Each monstrum comes with a unique gift that allows them to interact with the environment in unique ways, from teleport grabbing to running up walls and gliding, to say some. Again, I don't really want to say them all because, spoilers. Thankfully, outside of its super fast-paced combat, you have 6 playable characters. Each are unique in how they play, from Adol being the all-rounder hero character that excels at pretty much everything, to say Hawk, who is a character that's insanely good at killing flying-based enemies. There's enough variation to the movesets of each character, and it helps give the game a well-deserved feeling of diversity and choice from both combat and exploration. I particularly love the character of Renegade from both his own character story arc and how he plays. So let's get on to some nitpicks I have with the game, since no game is perfect. Really, I only have a few things that irked me, so I'll be quick. One is that the story does take its time with setting up everything and getting to the good stuff. You'll feel like you're meandering a little bit in the early game, but thankfully, once you get into the experience, say maybe 10 hours or so, it all starts coming together very nicely. These next few problems might just be a me thing, but first is that there isn't much deep customization for your characters. You basically equip a weapon, an armor piece, 2 accessories, and you can alter their appearance slightly with some cosmetics, but my real problem with customization is that when you level up, you just level up. There's no extra stuff you can really do with your characters. You can't apply interesting effects to your skills, or slots like a gem or something to increase critical hit chance on your weapon or whatever. It's very classic and it's very simple. Again, this is probably just a me problem, as I love deep customization in my RPGs, but maybe the simplicity is a good thing for you. The other is a problem that is wildly prevalent to games made by Neon Falcom, and that's missable content. Thankfully, if you miss, say, a recipe for food or an attack elixir, there's a handy black market shop that'll sell these things to you if you happen to miss them, but it more so has to do with the actual quests in the game itself. A ton of quests in this game have to be done in the chapter they're in, and if you miss one by accident, too bad, which is annoying and honestly feels like a relic of a game design decision at this point in 2021. I missed one quest in the second last chapter and realized it about 4 hours into the final chapter, only to have to reload my save from the previous chapter so I could get 100% of the quest done in a single run. If you're not a completionist like myself, then this doesn't matter. But I went ahead and got the Platinum Trophy for Ys 9 myself, so this is more of a me problem, and for my fellow completionists out there, it might be good for you to follow like a guide or something on the side, just to make sure you don't miss anything. Again, it's not really a problem if you don't care about 100%ing games, but since I'm insane like that, it irks me a lot. Games should just not have missable quests or anything important in them that is missable, but that's just me. Nothing deflates your enjoyment in a game more than realizing 15 hours ago you missed some component or single item somewhere that you can't get anymore, and now you can't access something in the end game or whatever. Ys 9 isn't that bad in that regard, but just be mindful as you play the game to keep a lookout for quests. Check your journal, look at your map for the green icons, don't lose 4 hours of endgame progress like I did. And my final, real solid nitpick with the game is that the environments feel somewhat samey. There's a lot of underground great castle-like rooms, which obviously makes sense for the location, but it's unfortunate Neon Falcom didn't try to bring some variety to the locations. More greenery or vibrancy would have helped the overall look of a lot of the dungeons, and like the game tenfold. Okay, that was not quick for my nitpicks, but that's okay. Beyond that, I can't really say I had any other problems with Ys 9. Personally, it's not my favorite Ys game I've played. I still think Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Dana is a superior game, but Ys 9 is still a great game with memorable characters, solid music, and fun gameplay. The addition of gifts allowing new ways of traversal were awesome. The raid mechanic from Ys 8 is back, where you fight waves of monsters while protecting your point of interest. It just feels like a game that knew what it was good at and doubled down on those things with some minor problems here and there. But ultimately, Ys 9 Monstrum Nox is a great game, just like Ys 8 and so on. Hopefully in the eventual Ys 10, Neon Falcom diversifies the environments considerably and brings a little bit more customization to the builds of your characters. But hey, if Ys 9 is another classic in the making that offers fun, easy to use gameplay and banging music with memorable characters and story, I'm totally cool with it. As for my rating, I don't really want to do numbers as a rating system. I instead opted on a more video game-y way of doing it, so I'll rate games by rank. Rank F means it's trash, rank C means it's okay, B means it's decent, A means it's great, and finally rank S means it's masterful. So with that being said, Ys 9 Monstrum Nox gets a rank A for me. It's definitely worth full price and should be played by anyone who's a fan of JRPGs or action games. And if you end up enjoying it, I highly recommend going back and playing Ys 8, because that game is incredible. Okay, well, that's my first video game review. How was it? Please like, subscribe, and comment for more reviews like this one. I'm Endymion, and I love video games. Thanks for watching. See ya.